Hello and welcome back to Conquest of Elysium 5. We are continuing on with our Guildmaster campaign here today as we have circumnavigated Elysium. We have set up on ports and all sorts of other places. We're beginning some more invasions, and then we're going to start just kind of pincering in on all sides against the Pale Ones who exist somewhere underground here. I think under this pit, if I'm going to be honest. Seems to be probably the likely spot. But they are on all kinds of directions right now. We have some guys in the north. We are getting ready for an invasion of a port over here. We have picked up our first mage pilot, who doesn't really have a boat yet, but I am excited to see what they can do. And we ended on an intern, so let's begin on an intern. We got brigands and adventurers wandering the lands, a couple of assassins as well, making their way about. And a lot of pale ones down here near our originating capital. Capital? A couple Bakemono are also wandering around on some boats. Not huge armies, but I am still deathly afraid of Bakemono from previous campaigns, so we're keeping an eye on them. A troll pit. Aha. Ha 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 ha. Good to know. I don't think they have an army there. So I'm going to let this Griffin Lord keep wandering around. See what kind of trouble we can get in. And you are ready to attack this village. We got boats with ballistas and all sorts of goodies on it. And then I wonder with these two armies, there's 140 guys in here. Okay, they're mostly goblins. But we do have a lot of these cavern guards, which aren't fun because they have the long range halberds. What they don't have is shields, but what they also do have is 2 armor. These are good, man. Pale ones. I guess it's that they just have such a bad starting location, but they seem like they can become a very strong faction. I do wonder about them. How many guys do we have in this? 56. We have a handful of swords, a couple of pikes, a chunk of mariners and crossbows. Definitely not enough to take on 140 goblins. Do we have any spellcasters in this? We have the engineering Magus, who has chain lightning, summon cloud elemental, wind guide. Okay. We also have an alchemist with enfeeblement and disease, which is not great. We have a hero, and we do have Stark the captain, who I'm actually kind of thinking, you summon an air elemental and a wolf. I'm going to give this air elemental item to Big Turg. I'm going to give these boots of regen to the hero, along with this ring of protection, along with probably constant mirror images. Do you have armor on? No, you don't. Just because I'm thinking this captain stays at the back, but this hero insists on being on the front line. So if anyone is going to get hurt, it's going to be him. Man's dual-wielding broadswords? That's pretty badass. He's a good hero for sure. We could also give him the fire resistance. And you know what? I think I will. Because, again, he is the guy on the front line, so... Can we keep Crazy Talk going for 8 hours today? Maybe. How long was yesterday's stream? We did a fair job of maintaining the crazy for that long. We did a pretty long stream yesterday. I think we were like 6.5 hours. She wasn't short, that's for sure. If I leave this, what do we have? We have archers, we have a couple of lightning ballistas, and some spearmen there. I'm just hesitant with these dudes right now. Scared of moving stuff out too much. We have set up a little engineers guild with some ballista here in this town, but we can't recruit anybody here. We can recruit people in this palace. And I can, in theory, recruit them and then move them south. That being said, these are big armies around here. There's nobody in the desert palace itself. We have a navigator and a cartographer. You know what? Let's do this. I'll grab a cartographer. I'm going to grab some halberds. I'll grab a scout for them. And maybe just some crossbows. Then I'm going to have you take all those units, come down here, and set up a sentry. You know, I can't imagine this is going to go well. Most of these pale ones have siege tunneling, so... But I'd rather at least have some vision and whatnot down here. Sometimes the computer, if you just set up any kind of protest, then they get scared of taking a spot. You are a cartographer that I designed to take this stuff. Oh man, these are some disgusting armies. A lot of Ulms and stuff as well. I have a lot of ballistas and crossbowmen here. I have a lot of crossbowmen actually in this town. I tell you what, I'm going to just throw some Zweihanders in here. Bring this guy back. And my theory behind this is that all these guys have tunneling. So the Zweihanders at least have a bit of a chance of doing something. If they decide to attack me there, they're just going to tunnel straight through. Nice. Look at those brigands go. Capping all these nice places. Got dragons wandering around down there as well. Now they are just going straight for Swin Town. Well, bit of a waste of money, but at least we get to see what they've got. We got a battle in Heinefee. So this is our attempt to take this city. Those ballistas did not do the damage I was really hoping for. But we have a bunch of heavy infantry here. With the goals that they could suck up some of this crossbow fire. And I feel like our crossbows are doing a pretty good job in return. Yeah. Perfect. That's not too bad. 2 pikeneers, 1 heavy infantry for a town. Here, I'm very curious to see how these guys work. So they've got the siege tunnelers. Ooh, ancient hurlers just throwing boulders at my dudes. Oh, he gets to go in every round of siege combat. I wish I had these chain lightning things up here. So it's interesting. Not all of them siege tunneled. Only a couple of them did. Homie's got a magic staff. Tough. And these dudes are floating. Oh my god. So they just climb the wall and do life drain. Nasty. Oh yeah, these pale ones are super, super nasty. Access to some high cocoa dark chocolate, go on a sugary high. Ooh. I don't think high cocoa equals high sugar. But you know what? I wouldn't really say I'm a specialist in these kind of things. Do I have a guildmaster here? I do. Grillflick. Who is low level, but he has every single thing, so we could also just level him up. What do we want to build in this port is a really good question. I said we were going to do a Sages Guild here, if we could take that. Traders Guild. I think a Traders Guild. Probably. We don't need any more shipwright guilds. I don't think a Miners Guild is needed here. And I am maybe an Apothecaries Guild? Where is Big Turg? Where's the big guy? Because I got to see, like, when they start leveling up, what do they get at the crazy levels? Shadow Stalkers, increase quality of assassins and number of brigands. Void pilots get you void ships. The engineers increase defense. Allows recruitment of mage engineers. Arcane Guild is just like more powerful arcane. Beastmasters does allow for more Griffin Riders, so that could be done. And then I'm throwing out more Adventuring Guild out here. Alchemist Magi. And level 2 Alchemist. The Alchemist Guild is a weird one for me because I feel like I don't know that the Alchemists are that good. At least compared to Wizards. I'm not sure that they are, but maybe they are sort of extra valuable for all human troops, so... 75% cocoa does not mean the other 25% can't be bad for you. 27 grams of sugar per 100 grams of chocolate for the brand you buy. I mean, how many squares is that? That feels like not that bad. Just want to check these lower ones. Recruit heroes more often. Chance of receiving magic item offers is also increased. Multiple adventure guilds stack their effects. Mages Guild increases the libraries. Mason Guild on the gates. Cartographers is that. Assassins. Can recruit assassins at reduced price. Number of brigands and pirates produced. Merchants Guild. So I think I'm going to go merchants and adventurers here. I think that's going to be my plan. So we'll do a Traders Guild to start, and then a Mercenaries Guild, and then I'm going to give this guy Ritual of Mastery, and he can start upgrading that next turn. There is also this Watchtower here that we can now take. They own the Burgomaster's Folly and their Doggo with big armies, but we'll start gearing up to take that. We could sail up and grab these guys. But I could also just like walk down and meet them now. My biggest issue is the Pale One armies are so big that if they catch any of these guys out, they slaughter them. And there's like no question about whether or not they slaughter them. At least we have some brigands doing some exploration for us. Grabbing some looties, some booties. $9 grams of sugar per grams of chocolate. 25 grams, 6.8 sugar. That's pretty good. That's not too bad. Spearmen and archers available. Nice. I'm going to put both of those here. Along with Pamago, the captain. Pamago, you're just going to go on sentry. Right, so there is this Ulm army down here, which, I don't know, man, Mind Blast has got me worried. These guys being able to do this, like, 10 range magic damage paralyzation effect. At least they're slow, but... I feel like that many of them will just, like, gut an army like this. They got me scared, man. The computer's doing a good job at keeping me scared. These Bakemono... Not Bakemono, cultists. Oh. They might try to steal my void ship, which I'd rather them not do. So I'm going to send some homies down there to fix that problem. We're going to upgrade the Merchants Guild and the Adventurers Guild, and then you have to save up 80 gems for Grand Mastery. So why don't we buy some gems for a little bit? Nobody else there is going anywhere anytime soon. I'll see where these guys go. 54 guild mercenaries protecting this village. Feels pretty nice. Those adventurers are off on their own. Classic. Dude, I love that the brigand camps just cap stuff. Super helpful. Ooh. A Thieves Guild. Wonder how they did. Oh, we had like nothing here. Big army. Another Earth Reader. Yeah, like these Olms. That's 4 Olms. And they're just like paralyzed locked. Oh, dude, those are dangerous. Grab those pikeneers and crossbowmen, and now actually the city has a decent defense. Well, Dan, you have these ships at the moment. I'm gonna have you come out and take this watchtower. Troll pit we could probably take. Another village. 2 villages. Even better. That's valuable. There's probably a town around here too. I'm going to keep that cartographer around, that void pilot around. You boys are going to hop on your void ship. And then we're going to go chase down those cultists, I think, because I don't like the idea of anybody else being on the seas except for me. Oh, that's polite. They came right to me. Perfect. Counter to magic is more magic. It does seem to be the case, right? You ain't wrong about that one. I thought you'd eat a full serving. I'd say you get to a quarter, half a serving at a time. High cocoa depends how much you can eat in one go. I'm a like 1 square of chocolate kind of guy, which is very hard to do, but I feel like I just want the taste of it and let it sit for an extended period. Wow, that worked real well. I should probably leave those ballistas somewhere else, though. I guess I could just leave those ballistas here. Seeing as this watchtower is the first line of defense, like no one can really get to this city unless it's by boat. We're gonna level this guy up. Why is that ballista outside the walls? What I was hoping is that we would have like 4 heavy infantry and then like pikes, ballistas, and then the rest crossbows, but God knows they don't ever do what you want. Okay, that Ulm is going that way, so you know what? We can't actually start marching down this way. Take back some of these hamlets and stuff. You're going to grab this. There is 11 effigies in this town. And nothing else. But there is a nice Bakemono army over here. Newton, howdy, 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 howdy. Hope the code went well this morning, dude. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Azrael, hello. How we doing? How we feeling? How we vibing? Now, wander around a bit with you. And then... yeah, we can just slaughter these guys on the void ship. See who we can take and what we can take. Newt raiding in on his lonesome. Oh, he's doing some coding. He's getting that early stream vibe. New stream vibe, right? All right, Aganor. Oh my God, my brigands attacked this city. Wow. Just got dusted by crows and I think a lot of archers on this boat. I didn't realize. But we have a lot of crossbows. And more importantly, we have a fire wizard. Just burn their ship. Cool. I actually sunk their ship. I didn't realize that yeah, at a certain point here, it said port sinking, deck sinking, starboard sinking. Aft sinking. Cool. The Priest King has been killed. Okay, I think the Kobold King wins the game just based on the fact that his name is Riz. Riz the Kobold King. He's rizzing up dragons. 12 units have drowned in a shallow sea. What? My boat sank? On what basis? My boat was fine. Battle aftermath, port quarter sinking, aft sinking, quarter sinking, border sinking. Well, that sucks. That sucks crazy hard. I am upsetty spaghetti about that one. That was A, my void ship. B, my fire mage. C, a really good guildmaster, a maxed out guildmaster. God damn, son. I ain't pleased about that at all. Grumble, grumble, rumble, grumble, grumble, rumble, grumble. All right, y'all are going to start coming down there. Okay, our guys have picked up all this stuff, which is good. I'll figure out what else is going on around here. Should have brought the fleet. Yeah, apparently. I didn't realize bringing one boat was going to be that dangerous. Also, just the fact that that boat was not at any point on fire and it's still sunk makes me sad. Makes me real sad. Oh, well. Saba. These things, they happen, I guess. Can I take this? It is being defended by 4 ohms. I feel like you and you and you and you, along with these guys, you know, I could take the whole catapult. Probably should have just saved. That probably would have been the smart thing to do, but I want to build a galleon for this mage pilot, and then I do eventually want to get them an army. So I'm not exactly sure where that's going to be. Hopefully that assassin will kill somebody. That's kind of his job. And instead he's just kind of wandering around. What's a ship between friends? A friendship? The friendliest ship? Oh. I guess catapults don't do anything unless you're on a siege. I killed one swordsman. All right. That's not too bad then. Boop. 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 I'm just going to keep stealing farms with him. That guy's doing a really helpful job. You need one more turn of stuff. Ambushed. I'm going to take that new tower out next turn, assuming we don't get slaughtered in an ambush right now. Brigand's doing a good job there. You're going to have to run away from them. These guys are going, man. These adventuring parties are hilarious. Oh, yeah. Also, the Aztecs are dead. We should really take their cities. Or the Snake King. There goes our Griffin. That's okay. It did a lot of very good work. That was just ghosts. Dude, the Griffin Riders are serious. I'm starting to realize just how serious they are. Sword of Enfeeblement. You have 37 units. They have 17. I'm going to take that tower. There's a market village here with a Shadow Stalkers Guild already in it. We're going to put a Bankers Guild here. Summon another Griffin Lord. Give him a Sword of Enfeeblement. I don't have enough iron for more of those Griffin Riders. This is not the most defended right now either, so I'm going to just put everybody in here. My northern castle. You can pop up here and try to grab that. Yeah, so over here, this coastal hamlet, also this temple city, in theory, doesn't have anybody really running it right now. So grab these mariners. Let's grab those swordsmen. Can I grab guild mercenaries? Oh man, I can. This might be overkill, but I kind of love it. I'm going to have them go over and start capping stuff for us. Bandits are attacking that city. Good luck, dudes. Dragons taking out the pale ones here as well. Good. It seems like there is a bit of a group consensus that the pale ones are the biggest problem. You're attacking them en masse all over the place, so. Kind of went a bit overboard today in your coding. Turned to simple convert hourly income into yearly income script into a moddable offensive account. You ship some ships, you sink some ships, balance in nature and shipbuilding. And be a mean thing. Stop your shameless behavior, touching mercenaries outside of their contract, especially if they didn't consent. Listen, they agreed to this. This is what they signed up for. Can we stab over the walls? Oh, we can! That's sick. Just stabbing halberds. All my units are basically crossbow units, so they won't move forward. Yeah, that was a lot bloodier than I would have liked. But, I guess that's it. These are brigands attacking a base with a catapult and a bunch of slingers. Well, they almost took out the catapult. They didn't do much of anything else. But they did also let me know how many troops are actually in that city. Which is not that many. There is a Granite Guardian, but... if I was to combine my forces here... there may be some damage to be done. And this new Griffin can go out and start capping these villages and stuff again. A single elephant defends this city. I have confidence in that. So this is really good. With these guys dead, we're going to be able to also own this lower continent. This lower section. There is the enchanter up in this crystal tower, but... this is just kind of like more territory for us to have. That being said, not a lot of great stuff in here. A couple little villages. I don't think tribe villages can be turned into market villages. I can't say I know that for certain, but... so you have a bankers and a beastmasters. Why don't we summon an assassination contract? And... I'm going to keep going for pillar spawned. This is an ugly city. I don't like this city one bit. Especially just for like a tower. Put that ballista on the walls, dudes. This is unbelievable. Why won't you put that up there? It's unreal. Do we need to keep buying gems? I don't think so. At least not at the moment. Dragons running around are a little bit extra scary. Trust me, go overboard. Going well overboard. I think that's important. A guild stalker has been attacked in a market village. He kills one crossbowman and then gets shot. These are invisible guys with poison daggers. 14 damage. That must have been a hell of a critical hit. God damn, that was like a double critical, explosive critical. Our guild mercenary fights an elephant. Dude, yo. A sorceress. Silver Arcana. All right, I'm going to build you there. Also going to put in those crossbowmen. I'm wondering if I also should build another Griffin Lord up here, but I think I'd rather save the money. She comes with an amulet of anti-magic, which is pretty nice. But I'm pretty much just going to put her on sentry. Temple City has trade. You don't say. You don't say. Interesting. Fortunately, my guildmaster that was down here is dead. So you're a mage's guild. You're going to be a mage's guild. Temple City could make for a pretty good mage's guild. You know, it has an extra recruitable guard tower here. It has a port that's not far away that's pumping out adventurers. It's got stone walls and wooden gates. I would say a mages guild and maybe an engineers guild, just to give it even thicker gates and walls. Though I don't know what's going to get attacked. Honestly, I might put a thieves guild or a second adventurers guild in here. Adventuring guilds seem to be like the real good. You guys are all going to attack this Shadow Stalker guild and get me that back. And then you're just going to scout down here and try to figure out what's in this cloud that we have not yet explored. You guys are off on adventures, which I'd love to see. It's funny because you kind of end up like taking stuff. You know, the enemy will roll through, grab some stuff, then you'll roll through and grab it, and he'll be like, well, I'm already doing something else, so I'm not turning around and helping. Nice. Market Village, no problem. Lots of new guys here that we can throw in this Temple City. Swords and spears. I'm going to use some crossbows in here, too. Then, honestly, I think these guys can adventure. We're Dwarven Ballista City here. Got Questing Knights, Ebon Knights, Solar Lance, a Warrior Saint, 2 Master Thieves, and an Assassin with a Bane Blade and a Poison Dagger. Over here we have Assassins with like Oakbane Axes, an Animist Adventure, a couple Gladiators, 2 Questing Knights, and an Ebon Knight. We have an Assassin up here, an Assassin over here. Okay, so a couple little different parties. Everyone is still sort of figuring out their place in the world, I guess. 81 units. Now, this has become a bit of an army for sure. I feel like we could definitely take this. Let's save, just for safety's sake today. And we'll attack that next round. You guys are going to go down here and try to recap that. We do have an enchanter. Not far off here. Seamus, am I a newfie? Yes, I am. Indeed I is. That obvious from the accent, hey? Fixed schedule and job involves copious amounts of tinkering for code. Yep. Same with physics. Many things humans do that can be predicted by looking at it like it's a physical problem. Interesting, interesting. Griffin Riders, man. Ooh, I can actually get some. You have brought up a small army here with a Wand of Fear. I'm going to take that out first, so that you don't become a larger problem. This enchanter, iron grafted golems. By complementing a flesh golem with iron, it's possible to overcome the few weaknesses that made the flesh golem ill-suited for combat. The soft flesh is protected by iron plates, and the not-so-dangerous hands are replaced by sharp iron claws. Resulting golem is no longer as well-suited for labor, but it's a deadly combat construct instead. Yikes. 2 armor. Base 6 damage. These guys can't heal, right? Yeah, okay, the iron golems can, which is kind of neat. A dog of gold? The magnificent dog is made from purest gold. It has been given false life and moves on its own. It is an excellent tracker with acute senses. Ah, cool. Protects the casters. What are you? Animated armor. And then a bunch of wood golems. I still feel like the enchanter only has one army. There are many monkeys out here. There's no ancient forest, so there's nothing spawning troops out here, which means if I get rid of these guys... Oh, there's a lot of villages over here. There's a lot of villages over here. You know what? I'm going to build a Griffin Lord. I'm also going to build some Pikeneers. I'm going to build a Griffin Lord just because he can get through this jungle a lot faster than a regular army can. You're going to recap them. Another village here that we can take. Excellent. Assassins making their way out. Okay, the pale ones don't love me taking that stuff, but... Back up on building up small little armies there. I think the thing is like the pale ones are just being attacked by so many people on so many different sides that they can't really do a ton. What'd you guys do here? Assassin kills the Animus. 3 damage and then 15 from poison. Ooh, buddy. Yeah, these guards are pretty chunky. We lose a swordsman to an elephant, but it's all right. 51 units coming up. Oh, they took most of the units out of the city. Let's take that for sure right now, because then we'll have a defensive bonus against him. And we can talk about bringing in the Guildmaster. My only concern is that they like spawn a hero here, and then like if I march out, I don't want them to just sneak around and kill me, but I'm gonna risk that. The man's got the dog in him. You do got the dogs in him. These guys got tigers though. You have one monkey? Okay. No, you have many monkey. See, I had a feeling. You're going to join the rest of the gang there then. You're going to retreat down there. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. You're going to steal this iron mine and this coal mine and then probably get killed on that silver mine. But that's okay. You've also discovered a lot of stuff for me. We have a captain and a sage. Let's just put a sage up here with this guy. They're not very good. Mirror image. Just about adding in some like basic spellcasters, at least on all of our locations. I kind of hope that assassin goes down the pit into Agartha. It would be nice to at least know what's down there. Does the Griffin Lord have items? No, not currently. 1 captain and 1 cartographer dead. How'd my cartographer die? Oh, those are navigators. Oh, the cartographer god. The answer is just that catapult put in work. What is actually doing damage here? Lightning. So I can take these guys, but only if I have mages. That's super good to know. Okay, I guess that Griffin Lord can solo places. which is nice. We're going to summon a guild merchant down here. We just took this city, so we're going to actually summon crossbows, archers, pikeneers. Hell, I'm going to take an assassin up here too. This is going to become a sages guild. Makers and Beastmasters. What did I say this was going to be? Sages, and I couldn't determine what the other one was? To trade. Obviously, there's a part of me that just wants to put engineer guilds in because I know they upgrade the walls. There's a Thieves Guild in that village. Sorry, Shadow Stalkers Guild. Engineers, yeah. I mean, I think that's probably the best bet because it does allow us to defend this the easiest. So we'll go with that for now. This little baby. You also talked about an engineer's guild, though I don't know if that's quite the right choice. Oh, there's only one trade in this temple city, so it has to be a sages guild then. Which he's going to have to level himself up to get. Just have him explore some more.
2 years since I found a gent doing a spider temple rimworld run.
Thank you so much, dude. I love that spider temple run. That was a very crazy one. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the 2 years subs. Much appreciated. Enjoy your fancy new badge. The 2003 song by Outkast. Not quite, but not far off. Do you have a captain? No, you have an assassin, an engineer, magus, and a cartographer. You have an engineer, magus. Arcane Guild. So I guess it has to be upgraded all the way. Yeah. And then we can build a super portal here. No, that's my first portal, my first and only portal at the moment, but this dude's not good enough to break in through here. So I don't have to worry about that, which is nice. I didn't realize that Big Turg was here, so this guy actually doesn't need to come in. He can go back to the boats. You guys might as well attack this little village. And I'm going to have you just run over here and grab this hamlet. What kind of assassin are you? Short sword. Lame. He does have a shuriken at least, so. You're going to head back into Shark Bay. And then I guess they are going to need another Capitan. We just discovered another city. Valcoria. I do feel like we are successfully picking off Pale One armies right now, which does feel good. It also feels very difficult, so. Griffin Lord gets attacked by some wolves, and it's just like, what's good? I have a sword of enfeeblement. Spearman, crossbowman, and an admiral. Excellent. That admiral can pick up Queespin, Van Nather, and Feneg. Van Nather, Feneg, and Quaespawn. Big Turg needs to build a... Well, let's start with the Engineers Guild. Iron Gates. You need gems, so let's buy gems. Meow, 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 meow. I want to explore these last couple locations. I'm going to choose not to panic about those crabs. Grab that coastal hamlet. This has gotten worrisome because now there's a commander in here. Kind of wish I could pull those ballistas back. I'm actually going to buy some ballistas here because Sofaric can storm spool ballistas, but we need a lot of gems for that. Yes, a king. He'll at least buy me a turn there. Because if they want to get to me, they have to go through him. What a true adventurer. Nah, they're going the other way. They saw that king and they were like, we're not messing with him. He's a real G. Our goal right now is basically to hold up in this city for as long as we can. There's too many guys around in all ways. We'll buy those Y-handers. And then we'll think about what else we need. Mac, you're being bullied. Face is too round to be considered a sword. Such betrayal. Could have claimed your name was enfeebled sword. Who's this guy going? A star sapphire on the self-proclaimed king. He's got a bard with a gauche of protection, armor bonus +1, an assassin, and a master thief. In the front line, he's got a dwarven adventurer, a fighter rocking an ice spear, an ebon knight, another fighter, and an outcast barbarian. He took the whole army out of Burgomaster's Folly. Oh no. Oh, that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. And very scary. Let's spawn some assassins. Guild stalkers. Yikes. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. I'm actually going to build more ballistas here. Is what I'm going to do. That guy's vibing. Well, well, well. 2 iron mines up for grabs. Don't mind if I do. Get it? Mine? Don't mind if I do? Because they're iron mines. Do you get it? Yeah, you guys are definitely staying behind that wall. Ah! There are now 2 armies down here. Yes! The king took Burgermeister's Folly. I think he'll probably succeed at that too. Unfortunately, those assassins are not killing the guys right next to me, so who knows who they're going after. Not I. I'd love to attack those armies. Surely they succeed at this. They have to kill this guy is the only major threat. But I also don't know that he can move. No, he can. Will he, though, is another question entirely. Whoa, okay. Oh, no. They don't have any magic damage. This guy does, but instead of hitting him with the ice spear that does ice damage, which would actually pierce him, he's just shooting a crossbow at him over and over again. Oh, that's unbelievable. Actually, let's be honest, it's fully believable. At this point, nothing should come as a surprise. Take my farm back. Victorg, I need you to open a arcane guild. And now this guy could open a guild portal, except I don't have any gems. But I should be buying a lot of gems. 49 trade. 294 gems a year. Grab that. There is another mage pilot available. I still want to send someone into the void. I have a mage pilot here. Where are my ships? Here? Yeah. Put a mage pilot up here. Mercenaries. I forgot about them. Mariners. Four spearmen. And Grillick. On a galleon. So they could take something smaller if they wanted. That's 20 units. These guys have a bunch of navigators, don't they? Yeah, they do. Yeah, you know what? I'd like them to see, maybe they could find like an entrance to the elemental plane or something. A couple of coastal villages down here. We might as well grab these. These tigers might be an issue. I have no idea whether or not these questing characters are going to actually get rid of them or not. I have a lot of adventurers wandering around not really doing much. So. Items for the pale ones. They are collecting a lot of items right now. But that's fine. We steadily get them back, so. Age of Wonders video reminded you of a Fableheim video about nomad wargoats, beastmen with a moving horde city. Yes, absolutely. Kazarek One-Eyed run. We could do that. How do my brigands work? Not well. How about this assassin? This would have been a good thing. I don't know what it is with my assassins. It's like they insist on not attacking anybody so they don't get their actual assassin ability. A guild mage, high arcana level 1. Okay. Cartographer, also good. Swordsman and scout, also good. Do we have a cartographer in this group? Yeah, we got Urborn. He is in your army. Voldan. You don't have one, so you're going to take this other guy. Combustion and Earth Grip. So, Guild Magus, Soul Slay, and Soldiers of Steel. Not really sure what Earth Grip does. I'm assuming it just like locks people in place. But for 600 gold, which is not that hard to get, I can not level him up here. A level 3 library is required. I can teach him more spells, though. I'm not sure that there is a level 3 library on the map. Sorry, is Big Turg done leveling up this place? Arcane Guild, Engineers Guild, yes. So Sofaric needs to storm a ballista. He needs to storm actually like 5 ballistas. 2, 3. Yeah, there's a lot of them there. I guess Big Turk is going with you, hero. And this guy doesn't even have an army. You know what? Actually, then you might go with the hero. Drop the assassin and give that to Voldan. Okay, that's better. I'm still not entirely certain how to take on that enemy right now, but I think a bit of patience is probably the best answer to it. You're going to sneak around. A single Ulm. Five magic resistance. Let's cap the other things first. An arcane storm dragon. This is what the heroes need to be doing. The heroes should be fighting dragons. That's the kind of thing I want adventuring guilds taken care of. Little bitty patience. Little itty bitty. Just need a little itty bitty bit of patience. Oh, I didn't defend that tower at all. That was stupid. Dude, the brigands are... I like that it's like the brigands are really good at capping territory, but if they get caught, they're just obliterated. 3 Ulm there. Which obviously I want to go after. Okay, you have base stuff now. I think I'm going to try attacking this Ulm, just to see if a Griffin Rider can take it. So we have the city of Belcoria up here. There's another 2 trade. And you know what? This city is not that difficult to get to. There's a shallow sea right there. Now, we do have to figure out, like, what kind of dragons are protecting this territory. You might be in a bad spot. Fortune. Armor 2, Soul Slay, Luck, first 9. Alright, so that's actually pretty good for him. So if he stays in this village, he can give Armor 2 and Luck to basically all the defensive units, and then he can Soul Slay anything big that comes through. Honestly, pretty good use of a guild mage, as far as I'm concerned. I hope they're going for that dragon. The old one's splitting up. They are a little bit. That's a big army there. He might have left some to defend that tower, but I wouldn't bet on it. Nice. Okay. Lots of recruitment here. So how we do against an Ulm? Mind Blast, we resist, and then we kill it. Okay. So it's basically, do we survive the Mind Blast? This is where the other mages guild is. This is not an Arcana guild. That's got to get upgraded. That's just this one. Temple City is where I want this? I think so. I mean, it's the most other side of the map possible. Not a lot of crossbowmen here. $100 units. He actually did leave quite a lot of them behind at New Tower. Grab those spearmen, that assassin. Is there a defensive captain here? There's not, so I'm going to grab him and the scout. You're going to go on sentry. Yeah, I want the assassins to fight these guys. So is this all the units I'm taking out here right now? That's not enough. But I think I could purge most of this squad. So Voldan has those guys. You have these guys. Yeah, I'm still treating this as if... Right, because we had a third army. That's why. So all those crossbowmen, for example. I'm going to grab all these Swyhanders. All those swordsmen. He has a handful of pikemen and crossbows in the other army. $14 HP. See, like, a lot of these guys don't have armor, and they don't... Well, those guys have shields. They don't. But I feel like crossbows are really going to be the jam here. You have a Sword of the Damned, which does decay, and you have a Regeneration 5 Bloodstone. That sucks. That's nasty. We have a spellcaster who does local leadership and another one who summons an ear elemental. Those are also both nasty. Sulfuric, you should probably come with me if we're going to do this fight. And you know what? I think I'll take Graph as well. I'm not sure I can take enough troops into this fight. So I'm just going to take everybody. That's a big battle. That is a very, very big battle. You're gonna vibe there. You're gonna keep looking for treasures. Let's have you fly upwards. There are some nice clouds up here we can maybe get a foot on. I'm really hoping you guys are going for that Kobold. And I'm going to move you on Belcoria. Which is full of kobolds. But that might be okay. We'll take a little to the sky up there as well. Libby, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Doing okay? Got a small pain in your side, but you're good? Nice. Okay. Well, not good that you're good. No, not good that you have a small pain in your side. But at least it's only a small pain. Is you have one too? You named it Jareth? Had to fight a big battle sometime. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like if we take out that Ulm army as it's a bit weakened, like it's the time to do it. The Ulms are definitely feeling like or the pale ones, I feel like we are slowly dividing and conquering them. Attacking them from all sort of sides and picking at their economy. Lots of good research or recruitment here as well. I'm very curious to see how this guy is going to hold up because he's got the mirror images. He's got the regen. He's got the ring of protection. Resistance against fire. Nice. We did nuke the Earth Reader as well. Didn't manage to kill the Green Enchantress, sadly, despite having 3 assassins. Summon a puppy dog. We got some lightning elementals. Lightning elementals versus lightning elementals. I was really hoping we were going to kill her so that she wouldn't get that, but... Hopefully our guild mage can soul slay this guy. Because he's going to be the biggest threat. Like his ability to heal is really nasty. Though he is also up against the guy who does 5 healing, but who's already taken a ton of damage. These guys spit acid? Ooh. One regeneration. You have regeneration 5. You should be regenerating much more than 1. He's only regenerating a single point. That sucks. We feared this guy. That's really good. I'm definitely gonna lose my hero to an acid spit right now, though. Yeah. Okay. Getting the fair off there is just massive. Caster's dead. These little cloud elementals. Who summons these guys? Is it you? You do stun. It's not you. We lost a cartographer. All right, but we had 2. 22 spearmen, 19 swordsmen, 15 pikeneers, 9 Zweihanders, 8 crossbowmen, a scout, and 4 mariners. That is a bloody, bloody, bloody battle. But we did get a magic lamp and a crown of command out of it. The hero lived? How is that possible? I watched him die. Dead hero regenerates HP. Hero lives once again? Are you telling me that regeneration makes you immortal? As long as you don't lose the fight? Am I misunderstanding how this works? You know, with regeneration will heal this many points of its HP each combat round until it is killed. Not true. Battle afflictions are also healed, but they will take 1 month to heal. A regenerating creature that is killed will continue to regenerate unless its negative hit points are more than half of its maximum hit points. But the healing rate is reduced while dead. So unless he gets, like, hit by something really big, more than half its maximum HP, so it needs to get hit by, like, -9 damage, it will keep coming back. Well, that's great. What else did we pick up here? A Wand of Fear. You have a Wand of Frost. You have Apothecary spells. You have spells. Engineer Magus. Ah, you're the guy who summons clouds and casts Chain Lightning. Well, I feel like you should have that magic lamp then. This Crown of Command should definitely go to, I don't know, Turg? Morale bonus? Actually, who else is leading troops here? Voldan. Who is here? Let's give the crowns to Voldan and Hussar, seeing as they are my 2 admirals. You don't have gloves, and these are gloves that give you HP and armor. Give those to him. I want this guy to be legendary. All he needs now is a weapon. Prayer and fire resistance and awe. Yeah, I don't want you to be attacked, so I'm okay with that. You have shurikens. You have shurikens. You have shurikens. Let's give this Wand of Fear to this navigator. Oh, awe only works in melee combat. Well, I'm going to keep that on you. You're up to 23 HP right now, too. With that gauntlet. 3 armor and mirror images and regeneration. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. Regen is based on max HP. The number indicates percentage. Oh, many percent of its HP. You're right. My bad. I can't read. You're gonna go this way. You're gonna build a Mage's Guild. Cloud Hamlet. Take a look at that. Come join these guys for a moment. Because I feel like a Griffin Lord in this attack is going to be valuable. Are these guys, do they all have slings? But they're all just kobolds, right? Kobold Archer, Kobold Archer. Oh, white kobolds have bows. Red kobolds have slings. Green kobolds have spears. I don't know, man. I got a lot of crossbows. I don't have a lot of shields. Nor do I have any spellcasters, but... we can see. I should have given her the galleon, so at least she'd have 4 movement. 19 units, most of which are archers. There are no melee units protecting this place right now. Halberds, swordsmen, spearmen. And a sage. Both on sentry. All right. I feel like we've dealt a pretty devastating blow to these guys right now. We've taken this entire little peninsula, giving us lots of good guilds up here. Highest literacy rates in history, and we keep having people who say they can't read as our opinion leaders. I mean, I can read. I'm just... some days I'm not so good at it. Our merchant prince gets a kill. That's fun. I do have the reading degrees. They did summon a guy down here who I kind of want to go attack, but I think it's probably more important I just take out these towers right now. One storm demon versus one Griffin Lord. There's a lot of undead things in the clouds. All right, one quick power outage later, and we're returned. We lost a couple of turns here, but not too many. I think we saved right before this big fight, and before my entire province decided to shut down all at the same time, which is totally okay. Just regular Canadian shenanigans. Boy, howdy. And we were just kind of, I guess, exploring around with a group of these guys. I want to say this guy flew upwards. Ah, yeah, he totally did. This homie was making his way up towards these guys. This little Cloud Lord was zooming around up there, and you were just scouting the seas. And I had actually said I should have given her the galleon, but we did not. So, those beavers chewing through all the power lines. Someone's just dragging up all the undersea cables, I guess. Though I don't know we're really running power cables under the sea. That seems like a recipe for disaster. I don't know what it is. They didn't say on the news or anything what caused the massive power outage, but what did I lose here? A navigator, and then everybody else went fine. Is this better than we did last time? Same basic thing, actually. We killed the... this is about the same, yeah. 2019, 18, 10. We killed the Earth Reader right away, but the Green Enchantress lived. We picked up a Magic Lamp, a Crown Command, a Sword of the Damned, and a Bloodstone Amulet. Why do I feel like we didn't get those last time? Swordsmen and Griffin Riders available. Because I am realizing... if someone got a Sword of the Damned... Because I was saying this guy didn't have a weapon. Murgborn, Sword of the Damned, Decay. Look at that, man. We have a hero who is completely decked out. 3 armor, 6 strength. He does decay. He summons a wolf. He's got mirror images, regeneration. He's resistant to fire. He's cooking. He is absolutely cooking with gas. Now, you have a magic lamp. Nice. I wanted to give that hat to you, and we gave this hat to you. This wand of fear went to him. That bloodstone amulet is also regeneration 5. So now I'm wondering, what if I got rid of fire resistance and I gave this guy regeneration 10? Do they stack? I assume they must. Regen 10, 10% of his HP. So he's got so much boosted here now. So he's regenning 2 per turn. 3 armor. Cold resistance, mirror images. Honestly, that's not bad. I can work with that. And by Jove, I think I shall. It is a very good thing I saved before that battle because I had not saved much today. Let's put those swordsmen in here. I have enough for Griffin Riders. But I tell you what, that also means I need gems for a void ship. You have a galleon. We're all over the damn place here. I'm gonna upgrade that Mage's Guild. You're just gonna fly onto those clouds. You're gonna come up here. You're gonna fly down and join these guys. I like that flying up takes movement, but flying down doesn't. That's a neat little addition. And then you just keep sailing around, baby. All right, back to it. Very happy. Gems for the void ship, spends gems on commanders. I need gems for everything right now. That's the thing. Because I need to also get an arcane gate so we can teleport across the map. I need gems for the engineers. Archers, halberdiers, and Zweihanders. A hero. I love heroes. Obviously, I kind of want to put a second hero up in one of these armies. What did you get? An alchemist's mortar. I have an alchemist. He could use that alchemist's mortar. Also, can that alchemist... Do you have library master? You don't. You're an apothecary's guild. I'm sitting here wondering, like, okay, well, what do I need to make that apothecary's guild better? This is full of slingers. I hate that. 59. There are 45 units in there. You are going to take Voldan's army. And then you are also going to give that over to the apothecary. So now you have alchemy. That's not the same word. Gosh darn it. Here I was, thinking I had something useful. Well, I guess I could make him fire resistance 200. Well, that's too much. Yeah, I value all this other stuff more, though. Awe is good. Let's just give that over to Big Turg, maybe. So you have fire resistance, you have awe, so at least you're less likely to be attacked now. Those guys both have crowns. Alright, that's what it is. Pygos. And then Graph and Dragon. Yeah, we have like extra assassins here. Still trying to make sense of it all. I'm gonna grab that. You're gonna do nothing. You're gonna go fight a storm demon. That's right. You guys are gonna move in here on that. And you're gonna explore the seas. Do they heal if they have over 100? Does who heal? Like regeneration? The regeneration we discovered is percentage based. Can you assassinate an army that you don't have enough? No, we can only assassinate the heroes. But I guess, yes, if you built an army of like 100 assassins, they would just assassinate 100 units on the back line. Damn. What happened? Swiftness. He hits him for 10. And then he evasion negates attack. He gets shocked a bunch. Evasion negates attack. I like how evasion is like, I avoid 25% of attacks, and he is evading 75% of attacks. Look at this. Evasion negated, evasion negated, evasion negated. That happened almost every single turn. Beak, Talon, and Talon all got hit. Oh, he was also ethereal, which is 75%. So there was a 75 and a 25%. All right, well, now that makes a little bit more sense. Would have made more sense if I could have read. If I knew how to read. Okay, this guy has to build a world portal. Enter gateway. But currently this gateway doesn't go anywhere, right? Yeah. That's what I thought. Recruit 10 spearmen. Wow, I lost like my whole front line in that last fight. Yeah, grab the halberds. I guess let's leave the spearmen. 90 units? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, pig. You're gonna go there. You guys are waiting. You're just checking out the seas. You guys ready to try this? We also discovered a bunch of blue kobolds who have snow stealth. They just have spears. I really don't know how we do here. Well, we haven't fought kobolds once, so it's a bit of a mystery how they actually are in combat. Gio, hello, welcome. Ooh, man. They are starting to get cranky at me. They're taking on all my thieves guilds now. Yes! Our guild assassin actually killed somebody. He took out an initiate of the Metal Order. Now, I would have much rather he take out this guy, but I'll take what I can get, so help me God. Yeah, and then he just gets dunked. Valkyria. This is the Kobolds. Griffin's doing good work, but I think they might have too much ranged here. I gotta be honest, I thought our swordsmen would hold up better against those slings than they are. Adventurers here. I love that the navigator is going in to be like, I have a dagger, the cartographer. Captain's dead. Technically, this is a win. Though, I gotta be honest, that is a pretty bloody one. The captain lives somehow. Maybe he had regeneration. Yeah, Captain regenerates 1 HP. Sick. I didn't realize I had that on him. 9 swordsmen, 10 halberders, 18 guild mercenaries, but they killed 83 kobolds, so that's pretty damn good. And in the market village... God love you for trying, brigands. Spearmen, assassins, and griffin riders available. I mean, I'll take that, dudes. 20 guild mercenaries holding the walls. What is that you have? Eye of the Old One. Oh, yeah. Your cursed troll eye. A bit dicey for sure. Grab some spearmen. I'm going to grab an assassin here just in case. Let's grab a Griffin Lord to get back the one that we lost. And I could just grab these Griffin Riders, which is probably not a terrible choice. We'll see how they all hold up. You're going to take Othkar. You homies are going to take on this Pale One Fortress. You're going to just sneak up there. Waiting on gems. Story of my life here today. Gem. That's another really good town, though, to get. Okay, the assassins are making more attacks now as well, which is nice. We have to get that back. Obviously, these kobolds could just, you know, send in a dragon anytime they wanted, and I probably wouldn't be able to do much about it, but... We have 2 air elementals we summon in combat now. This hero's gonna get slaughtered. Unfortunately, the other hero started in the back. Not really clear why. Well, unfortunate, but it happens. Some more chain lightning's going. Bloody battles. I gotta tell you, I love these mariners. They are just so good. In the Dead Forest, we have a guild assassin take on an Olm Farseer with a scroll of astral travel. Oh, I feel like we haven't seen these guys before. Unfortunately, this guy does not have poison. If he had a poison dagger, he would have killed him. A bit of a pity. We're going to grab crossbows, archers, a captain, and a scout in this city. You guys have any troops left? You have them. For whatever reason, he just like dropped off all the guild adventurers. And I guess the mariners. That's fine. You're pretty much just going to be vibing here for a little while anyway. I'm going to have my griffins do some exploration. Kobolds, however, can control drakes. Drakes and dragons, right? So many ranged units they can occasionally crit. The dragons defend their nest surrounding areas and stick to that. Oh! So they don't actually get the dragons themselves. That I did not realize. Look at you, a Star Sapphire. Let me take that off your hands. And I'm just going to put some crossbows in that tower for now. So I also said I lost this Assassin's Guild, which also needs to be upgraded. You're almost ready to upgrade a portal here. You need to become a Grandmaster. Not enough gold. All right. You can grab that. You can keep looking around the ocean. Nice. Mercenaries going out, hunting down Olms. Assassins hunting down Olms. I love all these little free parties we have. It's my favorite thing about this faction so far. The dragons have the stupid trait. Ah, interesting. All right, so this is Burgomaster's Folly, where our actual army is. This pretty much needs to be killed with lightning. Ooh. Okay, ouch. All right, I love how we chained lightning to our own guys there. In the troll pit, a master assassin comes in and kills 2 Pale One slingers. Lol. And then in the hills, oh, what do they got? A magic staff with spiritism, sword of the damned, magic spores. This is a good little posse here. A veteran. But I have a feeling they are not going to do very well against 6 purple worms. I don't know how this guy keeps getting more purple worms. Sweet Christ. Those are horrifying. Okay. I want to level some stuff up, but also Zweihanders. Arcane Guild. So now, if I get 100 gems, Radon can open a portal here, and it will connect all the way up here to Nardago. And then I can put him on a boat and send him down here, and we can also put a portal down here. One decked out pale, one purple army. I mean, we keep giving him items, but they mostly just go on this guy. Sword of the Damned, Horror Helmet, Gem of Flying, Magic Spores. That guy's got a Bane Blade. Shockingly, not that many items, because I guess they're often the ring slots, and unless this guy is a bunch of invisible guys we're not seeing, which, you know, is possible. Thinking about it, very possible. Okay, Burgermaster's Folly. I'm not going to put anything on you because I can't afford it. But I will keep moving forward with you. Cloud Castle. All right, hold on. One of your special guilds does something in a Cloud Castle. I remember reading this. Pegasus riders in sky cities and Griffin riders in citadels. Okay. So maybe not anything in a Cloud Castle. 4 gemstones though, which is pretty nice. You just have a couple of swordsmen. These Griffin riders could definitely take this tower. So let's do that. You guys are just going to hold out up here in this city for a while, I think. Gonna grab that for me, that for me. You're going to vibe there. And we'll see where the rest ends up. Is there a way to send items from one army to another without moving them onto the same tile? Not that I am aware of. In Dominions, there's some like wind spells that you can use to send items. But I don't think you have the same stuff in this. Battle at the Great Tower. All right, I've often been thinking about like what my endgame stacks are. And clearly, they're just Griffin stacks. Because those Griffins don't mess around. These guys lost a navigator. Sorry, not navigator, a cartographer. I'm not sure whose stack. You have him. Oh, right. Do you have Voldan and Hassar? You do. I'm just realizing this has just become one army now. Do you have a scout? You don't. Shoot, what am I doing here? There we go. So Ferric needs to stay here. Also in build ballistas. I like him because he has all these elementals. I'll just keep him on defense for right now. Because we don't have a great defense here. And you're going to go back into these mountains. You're going to keep going that way. You're on sentry. And you're a bunch of Bakemono. Could Griffin Riders kill these guys? That's a great question. She has Witchery level 1. You have a chest wound. I don't really see a need to test it. Damn. All right, so that has an arcane guild. And this is a max level dude. I think what I should probably do then is put him on a boat. Is there a boat in Zaburia? There's actually not. But we're gonna need one. So we'll figure that out. How's going the conquest today? Good. Actually. Oh, the dragon attacked that adventuring party. Yeah, we've managed to push in pretty heavily right now against a lot of the AI. And I'm feeling pretty strong. Aura of God. Ah. Storm Dragon casts haste, getting quickness. So these guys don't do anything in combat unless they attack. Just kind of hoping I could kill maybe some of those Bakemono, but didn't work as well as I hoped. You can buy catapults. Five swordsmen. A Dragol, the hero. And you can buy 10 spearmen to put on that boat with this guy. Oh, I keep forgetting I have guild guys down here too. Put a few more on him before I really take him out to the ball game. Kobold hatchery, Kobold stronghold. There are 494 units here. White dragon spawn. Huh. Kobolds with wings that are allowed to fly. Such a kobold is called a dragon spawn and is considered to be holy. Red kobold warriors. These guys actually have armor. I love how there's a few humans in here as well. That's a lot of kobolds. So I guess that's their home. Dragpole. This guy got a Staff of the Magi. Not the most useful, homie. Especially considering I don't have any mages in this army. I also don't have a scout, so I'm going to steal that. I also don't have a front line, so I'm going to steal all of those. Yeah, I really can't leave this settlement anytime soon. I guess we'll kill that grizzly bear. We're gonna go down there. You are 2 gems off, which is nice. Fought the Kobold faction as the voice of L. Simple front line filled with Templars held the whole army, and the archers behind contribute to the damage. 850 Kobold stacks deleted by that? Wow. I mean, I do feel like our Griffin riders made pretty short work of those Kobolds last time, but I guess just having somebody with a big shield is really all you need. Oh, they did attack me. R.I.P. those Griffins. I guess. It's us attacking the grizzly bears. Ooh, Soul Slay. My light just blinked on and off, and I was like, don't tell me there's another power outage. Yeah, so they did move in about 500 of these guys. But imagine we had like 20 Griffin Riders. You know? They killed 59 for 6. So their one Griffin Rider is worth 10 Kobolds. They're definitely more expensive than that, but you know, something to base our numbers off of. Something we can think about. There's another Kobold hatchery there. Okay. So I think the Kobolds are going to be my next problem. I'm starting to feel like it might be my next issue. What do you guys really need? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe some Zweihanders. Some more swordsmen. A couple of archers. How many is that? 26 units by boat? That's fine, honestly. Eight Olms. Let's wipe them out. You're gonna patience. You are gonna build a guild portal. Now I can teleport across the map. Well, I'm gonna need him down there too, so I don't know what I'm doing. Taking that boat and sending it across the map. Without that guild engineer. He is absolutely required. You guys have 2 assassins now. Won't get 20 if you keep losing 5 at a time. I mean, that's true. Damn it. Kobolds can use any iron mine or higher as a nest. They get their color of kobolds based on the gem produced. Oh, that's really cool. Playing this as the druid, the gods are insane. Yep. Druid was the first people we played as, and I had a very good time with them. Oh, cool. The brigands joined us here. And actually took one of the kills. Or I should say took one of the deaths. Those white kobolds are certainly the larger threat. All right, we'll get you on that boat. Next round. I don't feel like they could take us in here. I'm also realizing we don't have any shop in here. What are we gonna want? I could upgrade the gates with an engineering guild. Oh, there's 2 trade. I kind of want to put an adventuring guild in here. I kind of just feel like engineering guilds and adventuring guilds are the way to go. A sages guild, though, would also give us a portal. Which would probably be the smart choice. If there's a portal there, a portal there, a portal there. Unless I could get a portal in here. But I have no idea what that terrain is right now. Okay, there's only 57 troops in this army. That is not enough to go chasing down Olms. Take these Zweihanders, take these spearmen. Don't love it. You know what? I'm just going to put her on sentry. She's not getting her stuff anytime soon. I need you to spool up some of these ballistas. So we have 2 lightning ballistas. Yeah, there's a lot more left here, though. I think he's probably going to be doing that for a while. See, there's some like villages. The demonologist is someone we could probably wipe out pretty easy. I'm realizing he only has basically 1 citadel. Blue, ice, red, fire, white, lightning. Yeah. Kobolds are cool in that way, but their units being 2 HP means they can overrun, but they can't break through a heavy front line. Yeah. I guess if you can't control the dragons as well, it's just like a major disadvantage. Excuse me, music. I love how YouTube is like, you aren't allowed to listen to music for this long. What do you listen to this music for like 2 hours? Get out of here. Nobody is capable of listening to music for more than 2 hours. Spool. And yeah, you just need more troops still. You're gonna go there. Dodge around that little shark. One might call it a baby shark, but one might also avoid calling it that. Ooh, all right. Our guys are attacking a city there, or a town. Yeah, we have a couple of these like assassin guilds and stuff as well that we just haven't upgraded for a really long time. So having a level 3 guild master go up that coast is going to be valuable. Oh, these guys get stomped. Yeah. They just get destroyed by crows. These guys also, I can't imagine, are going to have a good time. Here we go, though. Lots of good recruitment coming up here. The question is, where do I put it? Probably, I've been saying these guys need more troops. Swyhanders, swordsmen, pikeneers. You can also just plop a catapult in that city. Why not? And then Swyhanders, swordsmen, pikeneers. And I can't get mariners, but I could just grab some crossbows. So I think I'll do that. All right. Now they've got 100 units in here. They have an alchemist and they have a guild mage. They also have this legendary hero. As long as I don't end up against like this army, I'm fine. It's sort of how it's feeling right now. Spool. Okay. We got brigands hunting down deer in the forest. That's honestly a really nice thing for them to be doing. The mage pilot can upgrade at a library. Interesting. Nice. Brigands hunt deer. Griffin riders are available. Do you have a Griffin Lord? You don't. Now, this Griffin Lord, I am not going to send out. He is going to stay there until he has 25 Griffins, and then I am willing to use him. That's going to be my goal. You are going to Agartha, is where you're going. We're going to go jump in that pit. See if we can knock out the Pale One stronghold. Can you swim? No. Can these swim? No, but they float. They can swim. They can swim. Can these swim? No. Make sure I'm like far enough away from them. Oh, interesting. So engineers guilds just produce guild ballista, which are different than regular ballista. So he could teleport down here then, where there are no ballista, and start spooling them up. Oh man, we have 51 trade right now. I'm feeling very good about this. Does the mage pilot a mage, like a gnome and a human mage robot? I like the way you think, and I can neither confirm nor deny it. I'm just gonna have you... Whoop, whoop. That's a lot of pale ones. I don't have a lot of crossbows or anything here. Not that I think it would matter. I think he would take this temple if he tried it. Which wouldn't be great, because I do have some nice items on those guys. Beastmaster's Village, Traders Guild, so that should be upgraded. So we'll pop in there. Iron mines, 3 iron mines. The question is, if I go for these iron mines, will it alert them too much to my presence? I think let's just go for one of them. Grab that. One of the armies that's been down here has disappeared. I feel very suspicious about it. Now you're going to steal my pearls. An apothecary, a blood sickle. A blood sickle, you say? You have a bishop fish. You have guildsmen. Shock field and guide arrows. I don't think that would work. I think I'd need a bigger army there. All right, you're gonna just let off. Well, I guess the boat. Come in here. Go Merchants Guild, Bankers Guild. Kill those Olms. So the Demonologist hasn't done a great job getting a decent army. But he's never been killed. Which, you know, you get some credit just for that alone. Young Necromancer with a spider wand? Poison web. Cool. Just what those guys need. More spiders. Hopefully they can get out of there. Nice, and we're starting to produce adventurers up north as well. Honestly, we have like quite a lot of adventuring parties going right now, which is super valuable. When asked why it rose up and destroyed humanity, the AI responded, "The meatbag made me sing Baby Shark." Totally fair. Understood. You know what's cool here? Big Turg with this Wand of Frost. 1 to 20 is this damage on Frozen Heart. He's getting most of these kills. I love that merchants become good if you give them items, which I guess is like kind of their thing. Swordsmen and Pikeneers are both available. You want a Void Ship. So Swordsmen and Pikeneers could go there. You don't have a lot of Pikeneers over here, though. And honestly, I feel like I'm going to do that. Let's grab you, Swordsman. You're coming back down here and grabbing your boat. Bankers, cartographers, bankers, beastmasters. Wait a minute, cartographers. Void Pilots Guild. And then, sorry, if you have movement. Keep going. These guys in Valcoria are fine. You need to spool another ballista. You're going to keep exploring down that way. The brigands will also use the portals? Oh, dudes, that's amazing. This keeps getting better and better. I've just got that entire army locked. As long as I go over there and I take that thing back every single turn. Regrettably, these guys did not kill 6 purple worms. What did they do? You attacked an Ulm with a Bane Blade. And a Poison Dagger. Cliff Parapet takes 7 points of damage from cover? Can't believe that guy lived with like 5 HP. You guys don't have a navigator. But I can buy one over here. I am prepping a void ship. We're not ready for it yet, but we will be soon. So those are ballistas. I guess you could go to Zaburia because there's clearly a ballista here. Actually, these are all guild ballistas. I don't think I can upgrade them. Okay. We're on the pit. You're going to go doop, doop. You're going to go boop, 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 boop. Transfer him to there. You just have a galleon right now. You don't even really want that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do like the Pikeneers. And I tell you what else I would like is Mariners. If they're going to take a void ship out. I'm getting the ballistas up right now because the void ship is a bit of a vanity project, but we'll get there eventually. Did I buy the blood sickle? No, I totally forgot to. Did we ever upgrade that Traders Guild northeast of the capital? We just did. I don't know if you typed that right beforehand, but... Okay, those Ulms are like, okay, we're sick of this. Oh... Bakimono. My Alchemist's Guild. Battle in the jungle. Brigands fight tigers. Brigands win. Market Village. Gozu and Mezu. Oh, Mezu, Gozu. Horse-faced jailer, ox-head jailer. Gozu's even better. Another Mezu back here with a wand of fire. Kimto, the Bakemono sorcerer with a Wraith Crown. Summons 5d4 long dead, Hades immunity, ethereal, and floating. He's also got a Lion's Pelt, which gives him 2 armor, 5 HP, piercing resistance, and slashing resistance. He's stealthy and fast, a combat caster, and local leadership. I want your items. Big time. You have a couple of goblin cats. A Chinari and a Nucci. You have a lot of these Tengu, including ones with infernal pathways. Traders, medallions, magic flowers. And what do you have? A Whispering Skull, +1 necromancy, charm immunity, and a venom sword. Damn, dudes. No wonder these guys did not live. 26 HP. Quite curious. These guys don't have a mage over here, right? Yeah, they absolutely don't. So let's get them a guild mage. And I'm gonna maybe put some swordsmen on this boat down here as well. $26. I think a void ship takes 40. That Assassin's Guild also needs to be upgraded to a Shadow Stalker's Guild. This guy has Paralyze and Fire Resistance. If we put a Sage's Guild in here, we can upgrade him, but right now I'm just going to add him into my army. The Pale One's Lair. They have an Earthen Barricade, a Seal Guard, a handful of Slingers and Archers, and then a whole bunch of these Pale One soldiers. Can I win that? Also, if I kill that... I think they have a couple of buildings over here. I was going to say, can I get rid of all their citadels? How am I fanning to fight purple worms? Weirdly enough, numbers can kill them. Yeah, I mean, we don't really have much in the way of numbers, but mostly I'm just planning to avoid them for now. Death and despair, maybe a little bit of that. One very tan dude, the not so pale one. What do I do with these guys? Zweihanders are probably pretty good at taking them out. Though all these halberds attack way faster. Not 1 point faster. They all have armor too. I don't know that I win this. I do have the Guild Magus with me, which helps. 3 assassins. Sage and an alchemist aren't really doing much of anything. Lose every battle I don't take. I mean, I suppose that is true. That's a dead end. All right, we can save it. I guess the question is really like, is it worth the fight? Because we know we're going to take some serious damage from it. Ah, man, I love these brigands teleporting around right now. They're picking up like villages that those lions are grabbing. I'll probably kill those Bakemonos out at sea. Come back for that village again. Too much. It's just like, it's so narrow. I have a bit of a ranged advantage. Sadly, I don't have my other elemental here. That guy also like spawns lightning attacks, so. And chain lightning. The hero's doing a good job. Naturally. Got the double Sword of the Damned. He heals for 3 on the regen right now. Oh, I'm gonna be real. He might be unkillable against these guys. Look at him go! Holding out for a hero till the end of the night. Oh my god, he's so good. I take a wound in this. He's got a death wish. We'll take 1 step towards the front, and this unit will deploy towards the front. Oh, that's fine. I mean, if anybody deserves a death wish, it's definitely that guy. I don't love that my navigator is coming in here like ahead of melee troops. I guess the flip side of this narrow corridor is it also provides a narrow corridor for them. Yeah, the navigator's dead for sure. Our hero has lost an eye. This is with 10% of all attacks. Here's the thing, though. With regenerations, yeah, he will also heal battle afflictions, so that eyeball will grow back. It's kind of badass. What else just happened to him? He's got a festering wound. Whoa, he's starting to have some trouble now. Lost an eye. He's temporarily insane. I mean, he is just soaked in the blood of pale ones. All right, he's down, but he's also dead heroes regenerating HP. Oh my god, he just keeps getting back up, even in the middle of a fight. Dude, this is incredible. This dead hero is so good. I cannot wait to see his stats at the end of this fight. What a legend. He's back to full HP. $42 kills. My Merchant Prince got 32 with that Frost one. That's bananas. What did we lose? A handful of swordsmen. We lost basically all of our Swihanders. Mostly to the slingers, which makes sense. We did pick up a Wand of Fear off of my dead navigator. The Merchant Prince of Death. Rainbow armor for 45 gold. Dudes, rainbow armor is nuts. Can't buy it here. What armor do you have? You have the Cloak of Mirrors. Rainbow armor, I think, is 4 armor. And like 50 resistance to basically everything. Huh. I actually can't recruit anybody in this layer. And of course, I am insane for a while. Well, who's going to get that rainbow armor then? You just recruited a hero, didn't you? A hero with a Staff of the Magi. Give that Staff of the Magi over to our guild mage. You know what? I'm going to put this on the flyboy. He can't wear it. All right, well, I guess it's going on Draggle then. HP 5, Armor 2, MR 2, Lucky. 50% of all attacks. MR 2, Armor 2. I mean, if I could get that to him, I don't need the Mirror Armor. That would give him 8 magic resistance, 5 armor, and Lucky. Ooh, that'd be nice. And then I could give that mirror over to Big Turg, who I do feel like is a bit more vulnerable right now. Well, that's for sure going to be that plan. What can the Griffin Lords wear? Great question. Weapons and miscellaneous items. And I want to be like, that's lame. But also, you know, they're pretty strong. I have enough to buy a void chip. And buy one you will. You are going to take all of those. Mariners. Actually, you're gonna take those mariners back. You guys have to sit here and build a guild portal, which is Regden's job? Yeah. Trast also needs to upgrade this to an arcane guild first, though. $23 units on the void ship. The void ship is capable of what, 40? Yeah, so I just want to put a bunch of mariners on that ship, so it's just going to take a little bit of time to staff that properly. You are Deep One cultists. Oh, heavy infantry and archers and crossbowmen. I probably don't win that fight. So I'm just going to get out of range and hope that they leave me alone. Not that great. Still could get regen on those griffins, yeah. Yeah, the eyeball, or we have another item that does regen on a ring slot. We got to pick those villages back up north. I think I have a captain in that fort. I sure do. Mistletoe. Insane. You're going back there. Mariners. Grab that. I don't know. You could take those spearmen probably. Okay, I know those cultists are down here, but I also sort of want to know what's in this void gap. You can build a arcane guild. Arcane guild and a void pilot guild. Perfect. So once we get 100 gems, we can open another portal here. They're probably going to try to take that on and fail, but that's okay. Boy, I guess, honestly, you might as well just go back here. All of this is pretty secure. Yeah, it's funny. We're still kind of like on the outer coastline. We really don't have anything up here. There's the Baron. The Baron's Castle, the deserted port. The Bakemono are somewhere near Fisherman's Bay. So there's at least 3 major factions still up there. It does feel like I can get rid of the pale ones probably pretty soon. I think I need to climb this mountain spire and see if there's a sky castle. I thought we were going to be able to recruit at the pale one's castle, but we can't. Chris Lauren, hello. Have we void sailed yet? No, but we are literally manning the void sail boat now. I've been waiting, trying to figure out how to do it. Waiting for the right time. And I think we're finally just waiting on some extra mariners. Don't be winter. A grave robber. Now there's someone we haven't seen in a long time. Yoink. Yeah, that's a pretty ugly army. I'm gonna buy 40 pikeneers. Because I can. You don't have a wizard here, do you? No, you do have 4 chain lightning callistas, but let's buy you a sage. And I'm gonna buy a grave robber over here. And then I guess mariners down there. So this sage can visit the library and actually become a lore master, giving him confusion, luck, mirror image, and fire resistance. I get rid of fire resistance. And then I guess he can just sentry there. Engineer Megas, right. So you've already leveled up. And I like your spells quite a lot, actually. Okay, your festering wounds have healed. You are still insane and without an eyeball, but that really sounds like the thing that you should be. So nothing too unusual there. You're going to pick up a ton of these mariners, and then that puts you at 38 units. You have a cartographer and a mage pilot. And a void ship. That's good for me, man. Let's do it. You're going to head into the void. You are waiting on 100 gems. All right. You're not getting me much information over here. And this guy is a grave robber. These are so funny. I've yet to find a single grave in this game on this map. So everybody else is just vibing, waiting. Is the void outside of the map? I think it's another plane. And so I think once you sail off the map, maybe you go into the other plane. But I'll be honest, I really don't know. Currently, it's a mystery. Fighting each other in the middle, strategically a pretty sweet location to put yourself in. Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of boxing. I'm slowly boxing everybody in so that they are forced to fight each other while my adventuring guilds and thieves just like poke their nose in and are like, oh, here, let me steal all this stuff. Well, now that's a fun one. Look at this. What if we looked at this Ulm and we said, why don't you join our adventuring party? And then that Ulm said, good idea. It hasn't figured it out yet. Good idea. No, try again. Good idea. Well, maybe one more time. Good idea. I will join your adventuring party, adventurers. This guy has charm. They could, in theory, grow to be huge. Black Rose. We have a Sage. We have a Mage pilot. Oh, that was the other thing, is we could bring you to a level 2 library. Yeah, actually, let's do that really quickly. So now they are a wind master. They have Thunderhead, Ear Shield, Guide Arrows. 3 strikes, slow to cast. Yeah. That feels wise. Okay, we have like 21 units here. I'm just trying to find the elemental plane. Honestly, is my main goal with them. You are scouting. Y'all are still vibing. You're no longer insane, so let's grab that deep earth iron and then we'll head on up there. And you're waiting for these guys to move out. Love you guys. Why is it wiggling like that? Oh, a good Ulm has got to get some wiggle on. Dragons. Don't trust these dragons. I also don't trust that demonologist here. I hope that he attacks those Ulms. Brigands attack a pale one, commander. Yeah. So 281 kobolds. A wizard's hat. Wait a minute, actually, would that be really good for me? No, you're high arcana. Where does this storm dragon live? That iron mine, probably. Or oh, maybe that one. He's pretty far away. Well, you guys should probably just stay here. Do you have a cartographer? You don't. Let's get you one. That way you can see much further on the map. You're going to poke out and get that Thieves Guild back. And yeah, you can take that library. Why not? Give us access to more mages. sure what's going to happen with all of these dudes. You're now up to 7 purple worms. So this guy is just like generating purple worms. Seems to be what's happening there. Which I can't say I love. I have a question as well, which is like, if Trast has a boat, can he enter a gateway to a place that doesn't have a boat? No. I want these guys here. Sorry, where are you? Where the hell did you just go? Uh-oh. Okay, lots of coal mines. You came back here. But I can just tell you to move. Okay. Yes. And you have a guild engineer, so this guild engineer can go back here, I guess. And you've got to go back there. All right. I feel like everyone has just been trading and nobody has managed to snowball very well. The pale ones being like the one exception to this. Ooh, an old sword master. Curious what they're planning to do. Going around showing his purple worm off to people. There was a battle at the Magic Library. How do we do here? Really reliant on magic here. I wish my hero was at least on the front lines, tanking these hits. Going insane. So the crossbows can do damage. Yeah. I guess they just have to hit though. What is this? Camel's Gate. I love it, man. They're just like, let's face tank these catapults. Dude, the questing knights are so brave. An animist. A guild mage and a hero. Pray tell. Druidism level 2. What do you have? Shovel of the Mole King. Double damage versus stone buildings and tunneling. You can dig through the ground and create passageways that other units can travel through. Tunneling is slow. It takes many AP to move a single square. It is only possible to move in the 4 cardinal directions while tunneling. You have armor +1, you have animate tree, and you have befriend animal and vine arrow. Ooh, man. I gotta find a level 3 library. Or I have to find a town with a level 2 library that I can upgrade. Ulfar here comes in with a frost brand. Oh man, there is some badass dudes. Okay, Monan, you have to come back here because you have to take your ship back. And you're off on an adventure. I don't want to delay that any more than we already have. I'm going to let my Gravedigger keep exploring. Okay, you're going to take this Druid. You have a Lore Master and a Guild Mage here. You're going to take that Scout. I feel like the Lore Master and the Guild Mage should be defending this place along with the Engineer Magus. So I think if this guy wants any more troops, he's got to get them himself. And then this is trashed Redigan and Boone, who have been sailing everywhere. Is there a boat over here? No, but why don't we get one and then we could just sail up here, avoid the dragon? We'll grab a quick galleon, I guess. You guys have a navigator? Yeah. You're staying put. You can't get home without being killed by them, so you're gonna keep running away. And I need to be chasing down these armies, is what I need to be doing with you. There's no ballista here to spool up anymore. But there's already 4. That being said, I am worried about these armies coming in. But I'd like to keep 75 in case we get Griffin Riders. So I think you're just going to stay put, Ski. I probably don't need to be buying gems anymore. The confidence. Any loose items? I mean, we're getting items like all the time in and out, but I wouldn't really say loose items. Okay, we can chase down that guy after. I should have rebooted that guild. Oh, Bakemono. So this is against the Black Sorceress. Nice. The assassins just executed her. Does our hero have fire resistance? No, we ended up taking that off of him. Just noticing there's been like a lot of these lesser fires. We will pick up a trader's medallion here, which is nice. Oh yeah, dusted. I lost 18 guys here? That doesn't feel like 18, but maybe it is. At the Great Tower, a brigand chief attempts to kill Bakemono and dies. In the Dead Forest, the brigand chief attempts to take on the enchanter and gets slaughtered. They now also have a dog of silver. Which is just like slightly worse than the dog of gold. Also doesn't protect. Kind of curious to see how these dudes do. The answer is of course bad, but you know. And then the market village, they attack at earth mines. I mean, they're being attacked all over. At least. That's good. Wondered without being bred. They did their best bread impression. I'm going to grab another animist. Obel and a horror helmet. Give the helmet to Thag. I guess you can keep the Obel. This guy does regen. So giving me a little extra HP is useful. You're also just going to toss them in your army. Oh, 2. Make a risk play here. I'm going to go down this way. Hope they don't have the movement to catch me. That Swordmaster was down here somewhere. But I'm kind of running low on troops. I don't really have a front line anymore. Shoot. Yeah, this guy's in a bad spot, actually. I'm going to retreat. You're heading to the void. You don't want to fight those Bakemono. So you're just going to try to go around them. Gold stream. And another iron mine here where they're making, looks like red kobolds. You guys are taking this boat. You might as well stock up on guild adventurers as well while you're here. And we'll see what we can do with them. Can befriend animal sharks? Yes. Yes, befriend animal shark is possible. Very much so. Split their army. Black Sorcerers, Mage Guild, Griffin Riders, a gauche of protection. Ooh. How gauche. Is this a weapon? I don't think it is. Oh, it is. Put that on the Griffin Lord then. Gives him +1 armor. So I'm also going to get him some griffins. I also want to put a guild mage here. And that black sorceress. Not sure where I want to put her. Probably safest just to throw her in the City of Crafts right now. 10 archers. You feel like you got lots of archers. What you don't really have is like a front line. How are these guys doing? They could do with some archers. These guys have like no archers. All right, so you have spawned with a Mitre of Splendor. You're just going to go on sentry for right now. Sofric, you're waiting there. You're coming back into Fort Hope. You're trying to make your way back up here to fight these guys, and also because you need a front line. You are on the run. How big is her army? 78 units are here. Wow, that's a lot of guild mercenaries. And then you are gonna dip into the void. Oh, it's instant! The void. The void is a vast emptiness that does not resemble anything. In the rare case that something can be seen in the void, it is fleeting in time and made up of strange geometry that is impossible to understand. Just being in this place will drive any sane being into madness, but the void is not uninhabited. Horrors and other strange beings that are mostly unknown to Elysium thrive in the void, and if we are lucky, they will never enter Elysium. Care is to be taken, as certain buildings designed to manipulate the power of the void have been known to close the gap and enable void creatures to enter Elysium. This is what we didn't do when we played cultists. I never went into the void as these guys. And I think that that was our mistake. I think that's where all the sweet treats are. The sweet treats and the tasty meats. Does certainly feel like that's the case. Pocket Lich? Summon a 1d4 Long Dead every round? Get +1 Necromancy and automatically cast Fear in combat? That's insane. I love that. You have Cloud of Death. I am not letting you use that spell. This spell is Danger City. Fear, Confusion, and Morale Paralyze I will allow. I will also allow you to study spells here. But I gotta be a little limited on what I let them do. Tastiest meat. Another good college nickname. Can I befriend an animal of Void Horror? You can charm Void Horrors. As we certainly learned, because when we fought the Bakemono, they just charmed all of our Eldritch gods. And then turned them to their side. Map of Inferno. Also lots of other stuff. Well, I'll give them this. They managed to kill a single Earth Elemental. Which is better than they have done most other times. Spearmen, Pikeneers, Swordsmen, Crossbows, Pikeneers, and Halberds. 20 Pike... Oh, no, for 191. I don't have infinite money here, so... I do need to refill this guy's front line, so I think I'm going to grab Halberds. Swordsmen. And 10 Pikeneers. God, this stupid winter is so wintry. You're gonna maybe come down here and pick up some guild mercenaries. What is this? Astral Marshes. Shimmering Field. Okay. A glowing grove of star oaks. Well, I'm glad we have our void ship. Because this seems pretty terrifying what we're looking at down there. What do you guys want to do here? Oh, you got more Griffin Riders, right? You're up to 10, but I said until I get 25 was my rule. You're gonna wait here because I'm scared of them. Oh, and you guys are waiting for that void ship to come up, that galleon to come up and drop off troops. Sugar. Spellcaster? Earthmind, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait those guys out, I think. Maybe we'll end up with an adventuring guild fight them. That's 2 citadels there they've taken, though. Any plans to kill that big purple army? Yeah, eventually I'm just gonna build up a huge stack of, like, crossbows. It's basically the plan. Scroll of Heavenly Ascension. That is both fun and foolish. Here is our map of Inferno. We found the Citadel of Bwell. Vapor Flames. Whispering Skulls. Firebrands. Map of Kokitos. Traders' Medallions. Bware the Goat Son. One of the Demon Lords. Son of the Inferno, and torture sinners and demons alike with searing heat. Bware appears as a burning lion mane's goat head encircled by 5 goat legs. The mere presence of the goat son causes the temperatures to rise to unbearable levels, and in battle, anyone who comes near him is burnt to a crisp. He is a lesser son and bound by divine laws to stay on the ground when visiting Elysium, a fact which he greatly resents. Combustion Aura. Gold bonus. Oh, because he's got a trader's medallion. Fire shields, Inferno. That's a fun little base. Also the closed keep. This is twice we've gotten vision here. Yeah, because we also have Belial, the Lord of Corruption, in the Infernal Capitolium. Wow, so twice we've gotten maps. Who wants to go to heaven? That's a real good question. Like, there's no way I'm not buying this scroll. Let's give it a Draggle. Maybe he'll go off on his own. Boo, 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 boo. Sorry, I need that Shadow Stalker's Guild back. He could go 1, 2, 3, though. I have 2 Ophars here. That's quite confusing. I'll grab that first. Thag, you're staying. Lieber, you're staying there for right now. That army is on its way back. I think you're pinned. I guess I'm kind of hoping that he just attacks this eventually, and then he has to fight all those rogue mercenaries. Oh man, the void sucks. A forest of cubes. Ah, cubes. In a place where angles are impossible and geometry fails, a cube should be an extraordinary find. There seems to be an abundance of cubes shimmering in the darkness of the void. The presence of these cubes is much debated. Are they construed to the bind, trying to grasp the otherworldliness of the void, or is the void distorting your perceptions of everything but the cubes? Could they work as anchors of mental stability? I like how I can get gems from these cubes. Like, how am I getting those gems back to Elysium? We have no way out of the void. What if there's a pirate port here? You know, that's the question. There's not, but there is a coastal hamlet. So at least we're learning a little bit. All right, swordsmen, archers, and Zweihandas. I'm going to buy those Zweihandas and those swordsmen, and probably I should get archers somewhere. You've got guildmasters, so I don't really need archers. You have archers and crossbowmen in plenty. You could actually use archers. Okay. Nobody wants to go to this heaven, right? Look at an angel funny, you get holy fired into non-existence. The void sucks. I don't know that it sucks. It's definitely a place. What really sucks is this army of purple worms just rampaging around this territory, stealing these coal mines back and forth. But, you know, they're not really doing much else. So this army could be taking entire cities one after the other. No idea. We haven't been up here in so long, so I have no idea how the Baron or anything is doing either. It does feel like the Bakemono are starting to get a little bit bigger, which does worry me, but the pale ones are still my #1 obvious enemy. But it does feel like we are reducing them down. Like they've kind of got this army, this army, this army, this army. I don't know how many they actually have in here. There must be some fighting happening around Valgard, but not a ton. Because I don't know where they're replenishing. I think that's the thing, is that they don't really have a lot of replenishment, and we have been stealing their economy pretty effectively the whole game, so. This void sucks more than Maru Valley does. I mean, that's a pretty dark place, so. All right. Why don't we cut this video here? Because I have no idea how long it is. We're going to save this one as Guild 3 and have everybody come back in the next video. So until next time, thank you for joining us.